Hi, my name is Sydney, and thank you for taking time off to watch this brief presentation on YouTube. I am going to be talking to you guys today about an exciting new product from our startup company called LaTreats LLC. This product we think will be indispensable to businesses like yours, but we also think individuals will find this software very useful. But first, a little bit about our company. We are a startup company based out of California, and we are registered in the state of Nevada. So, what's our big idea? What exactly have we developed? Um, we have developed a software solution that addresses the needs of both businesses and individuals to achieve effective and seamless customer connections management and customer contacts management. So we have basically come up with a proprietary software application that can be used by businesses like yours to create and manage connections with your customers in a way that improves your company's productivity, help bring in new business, and ultimately lower your operating costs. And this is customer connections management. Our product will also enable you to always have up to date customer contact information without ever lifting a finger, and we call this customer contacts management. So, what's in our software product? Well, our software has five main features, four of which were designed specifically for businesses like yours. These features, which your business can start using today, would help improve your customer relations and help grow your business. The features are living connections and CRM, also known as customer relations management. We've got contacts management. We've got living events, and we've got choice analytics. A fifth feature, which is coming soon, is called LT payments, and this basically allows one Latreat user to pay another Latreat user by a simple text message. And this feature is geared more towards individual account holders. These main features, along with other components that I will mention in this presentation, would ultimately help a business better understand the customers, the choices, and therefore better engage these customers. So let's start off with contacts management. It's amazing how our lives are all digital with smartphones and stuff. But the business card, for some reason, business cards have stuck along. We have a ton of these, and companies and vendors like you give out tens of these business cards on a daily basis. What our product does is to enable you to completely replace these business cards, completely get rid of them with something that we call digital contact cards. And this is what it looks like. So each individual user or customer and each business creates a contact card that has as much information as is desired about the business or about that individual. So we're talking about phone numbers, emails, address, social media accounts, websites. Pretty much anything that you want can be added to your contact card. Remember that on a regular piece of paper, the old school contact cards, you can only have so much information. So, how do contact cards work? Well, when a customer who has an account with Latreat changes any information on their contact card, say they move or they change jobs or they change their numbers, they have a new email, our software Latreats will seamlessly update that customer's information in your database. So you're always going to be in sync with your customers in corporate America or in medicine, specifically radiation oncology, they move around a lot. People in sales, people in research, they seem to move around quite a bit. And with our software, you will never have to worry about getting a failure delivery email or have to worry about knowing if somebody's email or information has changed because everything is automatically updated in your database. Now, before I go any further, I would like to state that we take privacy very seriously, and we have tools in our system to ensure that a customer's information is protected and the customer always has complete control of their information and has complete control on who sees their information. Likewise, businesses have tools to protect their own information and also to protect their customers' privacies. So, with our system, companies can adopt an electronic or app-based system which can help maintain a permanent and auto propagation of customers' contact information. So now that you know what responsive contact management is, what's next? Well, our software takes this contact management one step further and introduce what we call living connections. So you might only get one chance when you meet a customer and then you exchange information. What living connection does is that it creates a continuous feed between you and the customers. So you can tell, say, when the customer, for example, is planning an event, and you can basically know your customers and you can engage them appropriately. LaTreats lets you define a relationship between you and that customer once, and it takes care of the connections between you and that customer. And that is what living connections is all about. So with LaTreats, no customer is ever going to fall through the cracks, and you can make connections that last. Living connections can even do more for you. With living connections, you are always in touch with your customers' information, and that is shared automatically, like I said earlier. With living connections, businesses can create a new listing of new products, and that listing is available for the customer to view instantly, so the businesses can relax. And this ability for the customers to see these listings instantly is what we call contact driven business promotion tools. It is worth mentioning that none of our competitors, which I'm going to talk about soon, do implement living connections. So, this is one powerful tool that we think sets our software apart from the competition. Next, I'm going to talk about choice analytics. What is choice analytics? Well, once you have established a mutual living connection between, say, a business and a customer, the business is going to be able to understand that customer's choices and habits based on the tools that we've provided within our system. So the business can target the customers better. The business can therefore discover new sales opportunities with very little or no marketing cost. And clearly, this is going to amount to money savings. So, for the first time, you can use our software to understand not just what choices customers make, but why they make those choices. Clearly, you can only understand the customer's choices if the customer is using that system. So what we've learned is that businesses would obviously get the most benefit from customer relation management tools like ours when the individuals or the customers themselves are also part of the system and they find the app very useful. So we have a ton of features that were made specifically for individuals so that the more they use the system, the more they're going to like it, and the more that connection between the business and the customers can grow. So here is what our software looks like for a a business customers, and I will briefly point out some key aspects. Um, so how can you bring in information into our system? How do you get to form that connections to begin with? You can do it by just simply sending an email invite, and the email gets sent to the customer, and they can click on the link, and then they can join LaTreats, create their contact cards, and share their information with you. You can also send a bunch of emails all at once. And then you can also import from a CSV file. Now, this video is showing an individual account, so you can clearly see this an individual. This is an individual's account, but this applies also to businesses. So it's the same method that the businesses are going to use to import information. You can click on that plus sign and add a customer's information manually. And then we've also got the search tool, which you can use to search through your entire contact list. So it's a very user friendly and simple interface. And we think that once you try it out, you are going to like it. So, like I said, all these tools here, although you're looking at individual's account, the tools are very similar for a business. So, um, this is what a business account looks like on the dashboard. So we've got the contacts for all the contacts. You've got groups which you can create, and you've got users. So for businesses like yours, we have a very user-friendly multi-level business interface that allow a business to have multiple users. And in our lingo, we use users to represent what corporate America calls account managers. So basically, an account manager is going to be assigned a group of contacts. So for companies like yours that have a presence nationwide, say you have an East Coast presence, a South presence, a West Coast presence, you can create groups and assign users to manage each of these separate regions that you have a company presence in them. So basically, say each region manager or each account manager or user now has the list of customers in that specific area that they can manage, and then of course, because of the way we have the system set up, the national director or the CEO of the company now can oversee each of these different groups so they can see all the contacts. Meanwhile, the directors of each of these different regions only have to worry about the customers that are within their region. So we think this is a very cool tool that companies that have a presence nationwide are going to find very useful. So you have one organization but with multiple users. Again, I would like to emphasize that our software, unlike other softwares, does not focus entirely on the business because we really think you have to care for the customers. If users find our system useful, then obviously the businesses are going to benefit, and if the businesses benefit, then the customer benefits. So we do have a ton of tools that the individual users are gonna find very useful, and this really makes us stand out from the competition. But even then, what features are we talking about? I'm talking about contact management, which is similar to what businesses do, living events, and of course LT payments, which is coming soon. Other features which I have not mentioned in this presentation include things like e-messaging, um, analytics, event actions, and event proposal engines. These are all features that are specific to individual users. So for that single individual user, imagine this scenario. The individual user creates an account with LaTreats. They create their contact card, and then next, the individual user invites all their personal friends and their family, just basically using your existing phone book. And let's assume that say 50% or 100% of your friends and family also create your contact card. Now, if that friend or family member changes any information in your contact card, that gets updated in that user's LaTreats account. So this is a really cool feature that single individuals are going to benefit from. So, what's the cost of our systems for businesses? We have a free account where you can manage 50 contacts, but for just under $6 a month or under $62 a year, you can get the business silver where you can manage as many as 25,000 customers, or you can go gold and do up to 30,000 customers. And compared with our competition, we are very affordable. And I encourage you to go out there and look and see what companies like Insightly and what they charge. Meanwhile, for individual users, we have the free version, which would like you to go ahead and try it. And once you love the software, we know you're going to upgrade to silver because most people who have signed up did start up with the free, but they're all in the silver, and a lot of them even in the gold. So, in summary, we do have an Android app that is available right now in the Play Store. The iOS app is coming out soon. So, we encourage you to download the apps if you have an Android phone. Please visit the website today to create your business account or to create your personal account. And if you have any questions, send us an email. Thank you for listening to me, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Thanks.